Hello, how are you all? A lot of you have been asking me where I was last week, and I was actually sick. You never realize how much you appreciate feeling well until you get like a virus or whatever the case. So yes, that is why I wasn't around. I was in bed, literally, for like 3.5 days. So, that is that. I just wanted you to know. And as far as last week last video, I had talked about my medication, and I'm down 2 from the amount that I had gained, so it's not continuing to gain the water weight, so I'm optimistic. So I'm going to give it a little bit more time. It might mean that I need to lose more weight than I should. I don't know what's going to happen. Anyway, enough about that. We'll worry about that later. But I feel good, and I'm glad to be back again this week. So I had a question about protein shakes. Someone asked me if I like them and what do I think about them. And I mean, if you're one of the people that actually gets full off of those, I feel like it's like a drink, so it's like wasted calories. If any of you have a suggestion why they would be better than, just eating food or eating protein, then let me know. But I think of them as just eating or drinking my calories instead of eating them, which I would much rather do. So let me know what you think. I know they have a lot of vitamins and stuff, but you can get that in your other foods and a daily vitamin as well. Looks like I'm losing a little bit of sunlight here. The next thing, it was funny, and I thought of something that would be really kind of cool, I guess. I had gone into the refrigerator one night, then it was late, and I had like 2 points left, and I opened the refrigerator door, and the light bulb, you know how it sparks when it goes out, so it had gone out, and I was like, oh. So it was really hard to see what was in the refrigerator, and I thought that would be kind of cool if there was a light that in the refrigerator that went off at nighttime, so that when you went in there to eat something maybe you're not supposed to be eating, then there's no light. Of course, you could get a flashlight, but it would just make things a little bit more difficult. So anyway, I thought that was funny, and I thought that would be a cool idea. One other thing is, someone had asked me, or a few people had asked me to host something called Diet Bet. And what it is a whole bunch of people sign up, and they put their weight in, and everything's only seen by one person. And you actually have to take a picture or a video or something like that. I don't know all the details, but I wanted to see if you guys were interested before even going down that path. So what would happen is that you would say the bet was $5, and everyone that wanted to do the challenge would put in $5. And then the person that lost the most weight, say, so many people did it, say the pot was $3,000. Then the person that lost the most weight would get that amount. So, I don't know. That's a good motivator, I think. But, it's up to you. Let me know what you think, and I will look into it and schedule one. Because to me, it looks like motivation. It looks like a lot of you are having a hard time getting on track or staying on track, and you have to remember that it's for you and how important that it is, and you have to look back and write down the reasons why you started this journey in the first place. I know sometimes we lose a certain amount of weight and then we start getting comfortable in our clothes, and I have done this in the past. You get comfortable in your clothes and people are complimenting you, and next thing you know, you start eating, and then your clothes start getting tight. And then you just go down a path where it's just not fun, because you have to lose that back, and then, you know, some people gain, you know, almost every time I've gained back the weight I lost and then some. So that's definitely not a fun thing to look at where you were. So try to remember that. And I do have a pretty good amount of food finds. I have two things that I'm super excited about because they're just, I'll just say it starts with a P. Alright, so let me get started on these food finds. First one I'll start with is an ice cream, and this is Sweet Freedom by Blue Bunny, and these are little ice cream cones. They're so delicious with like a nutty, crunchy outside and chocolate, and they are only 100 calories and 3 points. So these are really good if you're craving something like a really good ice cream. This one is definitely right down your alley. So 3 points, and I got this at Giant Food. They're delicious. Another thing I got at Giant Food, this is actually their brand. I find a lot of the store brands, no matter what store, the brand of the store seems to carry the item with the most or the least amount of points. So I don't know why that is, but I've been finding a lot of that. So check your store brands. I know I used to be like, oh, I don't want non-store brand. And then I realized that some of the stuff tastes better and costs less. So why not? So the next thing is these are oat and quinoa bars. They are Giant brand, 100 calories and 3 points. These are very good, great to stick in your purse or, you know, bag, whatever, if you get hungry. They kind of satisfy you for a little while, and these are just really good. Now, I like these a little better. These are the same except for they are chocolate. And same thing, they're 100 calories for one bar, and they are 3 points. And these are delicious. Look at the bottom. That is like a yogurty, like milk chocolate, or the white chocolate, sorry. That's what it tastes like to me anyway. And quinoa, as you know, is good for you. So, give those a try if you have a Giant near you. Lately, I have just been like the peanut butter. I've been addicted to all of the low-calorie peanut butter items, if that makes sense. Sorry for the glare, the sun is going down. So, I have been having one of these like every other night. These are the Fiber One protein bars. They are 140 calories and they are 4 points. They're a little higher on the point side, but they are delicious. The outside is completely covered with milk chocolate, and there's like a nutty caramel inside. These are fabulous, and they have 5 grams of fiber in them. So these are in almost every store. I've seen these in Walmart, So you should be able to find these if you haven't tried them already. Aldi's. I found these Wholesome Goodness bars, and these are apple cinnamon. They are 120 calories and 3 points. These are really good. They're omega-3 granola bars. So you get your omega-3s in here. So anything that has omegas is definitely something that you want to add, because omegas are really good. If not, make sure that you take a vitamin. I have those, the ones that I take on my blog, and I love them. Next thing I found, well, there's still a lot here. These are Greek Mueller. Yes, Greek 100. And half of this container is yogurt, and the other half is like it's almost like a creamy jam type of taste. Oh my god. So what I did with this was I mixed some PB2 in here, just a tablespoon, and it literally tastes like a peanut butter and jelly yogurt sandwich. Okay, now you guys are going to think, okay, she's really obsessed with this PB2. I buy them in the 1 pound containers, and I get them, I can send you the link, but 3 1 pound containers is like $18. Amazing. So, anyway, this one is only 2 points, so I really like these. And that one I think was at Walmart. Walmart or Giant. Those are my main 2 stores. Okay, this is a limited edition yogurt. This is Passion Fruit Light and Fit by Dannon, and it's 80 calories and it's 2 points. This one's really good. I like to take one of those, what do you call it? They're little packets that Dole makes of like the mandarin oranges, and I drain the juice and then mix it in with this. Delish. And then a little bit of like Cool Whip on top, and it tastes like a dessert, and it's good for you because you're getting 12 grams of protein. So give that a try. It's really tasty. So, and it's more filling, of course. And if you drain the fruit, then it's free on Weight Watchers. So this is a limited edition as well, and I wanted to make sure I showed you as soon as possible so that you could try it for yourself before they're gone. This is tiramisu. I have never seen a yogurt in tiramisu, and I was like, oh my god, give me that. So I bought like 5 of them. This is my last one. I said I have to save one for my video. So yes, 2 points and 80 calories, and they are pretty tasty. So give those a try. I found those at Giant as well. And I'm sure you guys have seen these, but I had forgotten about them totally. These are the Weight Watchers. They're the cheese that you like put on, crackers or whatever you want to put on. And it's 1 point for one, but it's still 1 point if you have 2 of these slices, and they're pretty good size. And that's the same thing with these. These are the Laughing Cow. This is a new flavor, creamy, what does it say? Yeah, spicy pepper jack. So this would be good for so many things, especially when you're making tortillas and stuff like that. It'll give it that zestiness. Or you can mix it with salsa and make it bigger. The bigger, the better, because The more full you are, the more satisfied you are, less likely to go off track. So anyway, that's just a little tip put in there. Okay, now my favorite things that I found. This is the new love of my life coffee. It is, and I will link this below so that you are on my blog. Okay, this is called Smart Sips Coffee, and this is chocolate peanut butter. And I thought, it might be okay. But oh my god, it is absolutely delicious. 0 calories, it's just flavored coffee. But this is for the Keurig, and they are amazing. I am in love with these. Sometimes I have this at night with my dessert because it tastes like a dessert. This is probably my favorite coffee to date, except for the buttercream. You know I cannot live without my buttercream. And I will list this below so you guys know, where to get it if you want to try it. But, yeah, it's made by Smart Sips Coffee, which I had never heard about, but I was doing searches on low-calorie peanut butter items. Okay, the next thing I found were these little packets of PB2, which I thought were really cool, because you get, this is 2 servings in here, so you can stick this in your purse. Does it get better than this? You can stick this in your purse, you can stick it, throw it in your bag, whatever, and you don't have to measure it out. Before, I would have to measure it out and then put it into a container and then take it with my yogurt and then mix it there. Anyway, all you need is this. Or you could use half the package and just get 1 serving, but this package, I believe, is only 2 points. So, love, love, love this idea. And I haven't used these yet, but I'm super excited about them. The last thing on my, out of my food finds, is these. And I don't know if you've had these, and don't you dare give me a glare, because I have to show these. Okay, these are from Bell Plantation. They're called PB Thins, and they taste like little peanut butter cookie crisps. They are delicious, and they are 100 calories, and they're 3 points. Now that's for, now I need to count them because I measured them, 22 grams. So I have to count and see how many that is, but these are very, very good. And I will also link these down below, all the information that you need to know. They even have an ingredient, like a recipe on the back that you can follow using these. But these are so good on top of the yogurt. Anyway, I think for everything I show you, I'm like, okay, and you can do this with that. So, I just want to wish you all a fabulous week. If you're not on track, I know it sounds, when somebody says, get back on track, and you're like, yeah, it's easy to say, and I get it. You see my pictures, I've been there, but you really have to have it in here, and have it in here to be able to do it. So you really need to work on your mindset. And there's some things on my blog that I repeated every day that actually, doctors have said that if you repeat something every day or you talk positive, then your serotonin is raised and you will have a more positive outlook on life. So it's very important that you don't speak down to yourself. Don't any of you ever go into the mirror and look at yourself and say, oh, I'm a disgusting fat pig, or anything like that. Don't ever do that. It's not healthy for you. It's not good for you. And I've done it in the past. But I'll repost also the saying that I used to say every day. Some of you have it. Some of you have laminated it and have read it every day. It's good to read out loud. Anyway, so I am going to end this video with that. Please comment below and let me know about the diet vet if you guys are interested in doing it. And also, what was the other thing? I think that was it. Have a fabulous week. You know, make times for when you can spend time with yourself. And I know that sounds odd, but spend time with yourself and find out, you know, what went wrong, and so you can get back on track. Because there's nothing better, there's no better feeling than being on track and feeling good about yourself and your health. So, bye. I will see you very soon. I love you all so very much. The last video that I posted, the overwhelming response was just unbelievable. So, I just love you so much. I can't even say. So, have a great week. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.